grip, positive and negative, push and pop. That's it.
Okay, the next problem is the problem about reordering the documents on the desk. But the name of the person who's doing it, Susan, the course. Have you heard about the word lazy Susan? Actually, the turntable. It means the turntable that's found often in a Chinese restaurant. You can find them. So, but it's not about the food, it's about documents. And you have to reorder the documents using two extra temporary files. So if you have two space that's for temporary files and some height limit, then you can move the top documents into one of these temporary files and like these. And then come the documents with larger sequence number should be piled above. Otherwise, when the document pop comes, otherwise the documents cannot be put into these in correct order like this. So this is the problem, and we want to see what's required. The documents with the largest sequence number moved so far must be on top of for the temporary files to be properly ordered. Otherwise, this cannot be moved to the document box and the order. If the next document to move has number less than this top document, then the document should not be placed upon this, or the order is disturbed. So we have to move this here. And if the next document to move has number larger than this document, that is the document with the largest sequence number so far, then we can move this, in this case, the document number 5 here or here. We have a choice here. And finally, the height limit should be respected in both cases. So number 6 must be placed here rather than here. So if any remaining documents in this original stack have number less than the both tops of the temporary file, they can never be handled properly. For in this case, if you move this document number 4 to here, then there will be no chance to move this document number 2 to have the two temporary files in the proper order. So we have to move this document to the other. But this document 2 might be indeed place of this original file. So the minimum sequence number below each document can be computed before. This can be done only in the computational time proportional to the number of documents. So it's easy. And with this information, splitting to a such a problem in the future can be avoided. So this document number 4 should be put here rather than here. And now the solution is rather simple. For documents on the file, compute the minimum document number below each of the documents, and then build a table T. The different possible ways to move documents indexed by the height of the file with a larger number doc on top, and initiate it at 0 equal 1. That means that the height of 0, that is the original situation, it can have the possibility 1, and other elements to be 0. So the building such table as order M computation. And for each document, then, from the top to the bottom, update the table accordingly. This is, I'm sure it takes only order of M times N. And if the number of the top document is less than the largest solver, no changes to the table can be is required, because the height of the file with a larger number documents on top does not change. If it is larger, then it may be placed on either of the temporary files. So initiate a new table, and for all the possibilities before the current one, we will update the table like this, and then copy this table to a new table to the original table. So the computation complexity is only this order of M times N. And of course, during doing this, we have to be careful about the file height constraint, and also take care that the move does not violate the order. So that's it for the problem E.
Okay, problem G, ambience encoding. The problem is like this. So you are given a set of binary code, and you need to find the shortest length of ambiguous binary sequence. So, for example, you are given a set of code like this, and you map this code into distinct characters like this, for example, A, B, C, D, and then you can encode a string into binary string by using this map. So here A is mapped to 1, so you have 1 here, and B is mapped to 0, 1, so you have 1, 1, 0, 1 for this string. And the problem is to find the shortest ambiguous binary sequence. What is ambiguous binary sequence? So it's a binary sequence that can be made from 2 or more strings like this. So here you have DA, and actually D is mapped to 1, 1, 0, and A is mapped to 1. So you have the same sequence 1, 1, or 1 for this string. So this is ambiguous, and actually you can't decode this binary sequence into a correct one because of this ambiguity. So the problem is to find the shortest such ambiguous sequence. And here is a naive way to find ambiguous sequence. So you can start from a pair of codes such that one is a prefix of the other, like this. And then you want to strike out this remainder part. So here you have remainder 1, 1. So you want to use this third code to have another remainder. And also, sometimes you can use a code in this way. So one code is a prefix of the remainder part, and repeating this one, you may eventually get an ambiguous sequence. But actually, this naive process works, but it needs so many time. So you need an idea to speed up this idea. So here is an observation. So actually, given an intermediate state of naive process, that is this reminder, the shortest tail to find the even length, that is an ambiguous sequence, the shortest length of such the tail part to the ambiguous sequence only depends on this remainder. So this is because if you have another sequence that has the same remainder, you can use this tail to obtain a new ambiguous sequence. So this observation leads us to a DP problem, DP algorithm in which we use these reminders as our state. So actually, it's simply as short as such. So here is a graph. The vertices are a set of possible reminders, And actually, we have only 2 to 60. And you have an edge from one reminder to another reminder. If you have a code C such that C is the concatenation of these two, or C is a prefix of a reminder. So these are only edges you need to consider. And actually, the number of edges are bound by this number. And you can start this shortest path search from all reminders that can be made from all pairs of the given code. And of course, the goal is the empty reminder. And if you can't find a shortest path or any path to the goal, then there is no ambiguity. So you can use, say, for example, Dijk's algorithm to solve this problem in time. That's it.
I will explain problem I, one-way conveyors. Here is the brief summary of the problem. You are given an undirected graph and some necessary moves. And the task is to make this graph directed while keeping all the necessary moves. So let's consider when it's impossible. So if an edge is always passed in two moves with different directions, it's definitely impossible. And which kind of edge holds this? And it's an edge of the graph. So if an edge is a bridge, it's passed in any possible path for that move. And if we have such two moves, then it's impossible. This means we can define the directions of all bridges uniquely, or it's not relevant. So now we can consider decomposing the graph by bridges. Then the target graph becomes a tree, and each vertex corresponds to a two-edge connected graph. And each edge corresponds to a bridge of the original graph. So let's focus on the two-edge connected graph component. The question is it possible to make this two-edge connected graph directed while keeping all the necessary moves? And the answer is always yes. Robin's theorem says that it's possible to make a two-edge connected graph directed that has a path from every vertex to every other vertex. I can show you one simple way to construct this. So we can perform a depth first search from one vertex, and we can mark directed from the top to bottom for forward edge, and we can mark from the bottom to top for back edges. Then all vertices can be reachable from other vertices. So the remaining part is our bridges. Then now the graph is a tree, and each move is divided into two moves by the lowest common ancestor. So we can now consider only upward move and downward moves. For each upward move, we can add +1 to each edge. And after that, if an edge has a value, then the edge should be upward. This can be efficiently computed by adding +1 and -1 to its endpoints and traversing the tree with summing the values. Here is the summary. First, we can decompose the graph by bridges. Then we can assign directions of two edge-connected graphs. For the remaining tree, we can divide moves on the tree to upward and downward moves by lowest common ancestor, and we can validate and assign directions of the tree. The first part and second part can be done together by one depth first search in order n plus m, and the third part can be done in order n plus k log n, and the last part can be done in order n. So the total time complexity is like this. Yeah, by the way, it's also interesting to consider how to validate the answers efficiently. So the problem is you are given a directed graph and some necessary moves. So to check if all the moves are actually valid or not. Yeah, please consider it.
Problem 3. The goal of this program is to maximize the sum of aesthetic values. The aesthetic value for each value is defined as display. The key point of solution is that some kinds of patterns are ignorable. If there are two ranges in which one includes the other, the inner one can be removed. And if there is a panel painted in three ranges, the center one can be removed. A solution to this problem is dp. Let dpi be the maximum sum of aesthetic values when the rightmost activated rod is ith1. And dpi can be formalized as displayed. By transforming the expression well, we can speed up the calculation by using RNQs. That's it.
I will explain problem D. This problem came from the field of computer graphics. The transformation from world coordinate system to camera coordinate system. How to check whether two trees are twin or not? The solution is as follows. First, a tree with 3 or more nodes has some leaf node. Find the leaf node of the tree, the red one, and translate the tree so that the leaf node moves to the origin point. The transformation is expressed by the matrix. And a leaf node has only one parent node. So rotate the tree around the z-axis so that the parent node moves onto the rising plane. The transformation is expressed by the matrix. And rotate tree around x-axis so that the parent node moves on to the z-axis. And scale the tree so that the length of the edge between the leaf node and the parent node is 1. If there is some node not on the axis, rotate the tree around the axis so that the ancestor node moves onto y-z plane. Apply this transformation to tree S only once, and to the tree P. Apply these transformations for each leaf node and for each those nodes not on the axis, and compare the two trees. That's all. Next. next problem is halting problem. Halting problem is a very difficult problem, but in this problem, your program is very simple as follows. Your program has two variables, x and I. I is called a state in the problem statement. Where I is less than n plus 1, then and if x is equal to ai, then x and I changes this value. This way, and otherwise x and I changes this way. If the state I becomes n plus I 1, then the program terminates, and then for given initial value of x and a, b, c, d, determine whether the program has or not. This is the problem summary. This is sample 1. X and I is initialized by 0 and 1. We are here, and x is 0. The condition is x is 5 or not. No. Then x changes to 1. Eventually, x changes to 5. Then the condition is true. So you move to the stage 2. And similarly, you process similar execution steps. Then you obtain the stage 3. Then the program terminates. Let me explain the solution. Make a graph with vertex. Vertex means the state I, and edges mean false path. So like this form. This is the state, and if the condition is false, then the state moves to here and here. There is and has at most one loop in each connected component, like this. So in this graph, you should process the following queries. Give x and I, find the nearest vertex where the condition is true. So we are, suppose we are here now. The condition is false, true. Find here. You should find here quickly. Of course, the simulation is very slow. So, and if the same condition becomes true twice, the program does not halt.
Contains one positive letter and one negative letter, then its minimization can be reduced to minimal cut, like this. So fortunately, this objective function is in this form. Okay, and the cost of a single dot painting can also like this. So this also fits in our form. So this can also be reduced to minimum cost. The cost of white dot painting can also be written like this. So this can also be reduced to minimum cost. So the overall objective function can be reduced to can be expressed as a cut function of a graph. So we can minimize it by a reduction to minimum cost. Okay, so this is a solution.
So this is the last commentary, so please be patient. So this is a geometry problem. We are given a two-dimensional polygon, and we call point is fine. We can reach every vertex by some spiral path, like this figure. In this figure, the start point is far, while point X is not far. And we call all fun points fun region. And this task is to calculate the area of a fun region. So let's start from trivial case. How about the case when the polygon is convex? In this case, fun region will be entire path of polygon, because from arbitrary point we can reach any vertex by a straight path. Now we consider a little difficult case. How about the case when we have just one concave vertex? In this case, fun region will look like this. From the right point, we can reach every vertex by a spiral path. Meanwhile, from the right part, from the left part, we cannot reach the upper part vertex. So the fun region will look like this, and the boundary is the boundary of fun region exists from a straight line starting from concave vertex. This is a simple observation, but we can generalize this idea to more complicated polygon. For complicated shaped polygon, the fun region may look like this. We can obtain this by, for every concave point, perform a non-convex cut to polygon. After the cut, the polygon will be become smaller and smaller. The finally remaining polygon is a solution of this problem. So the solution is relatively simple. So perform non-convex cuts from each concave point, and this is the core idea of solution. And each cut can be done in linear time, and because the number of non-convex points is at most order n, the overall complexity is bounded by quadratic time. So the core idea is simple, but because this is a geometric problem, please be careful for implementation. So why this is correct, but there is a time limitation for, so I omit things. We will upload this slide later, so please look if you are interested. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a big hand for the judges because they did a wonderful job with the problem. Let's give a big hand. So please wait 1 minute while we set the stage for the award ceremony. If Professor Kakehi and the representatives from the Diamond, Platinum, and Gold sponsors, if you could please come to the stage. Okay, so I'm sure that everyone is waiting for the result, the actual results. But before that, we have several speeches. And first, I would like to ask Professor Katsuhiko Kakehi, Chair of the ICPC Board and Chair of ISF, to give a short talk.
Good evening. I'm Katsuhiko Kakehi, the chairperson of the International Information Science Foundation. The program contest has been held every year since 1977 as part of the student education program. The number of participants has grown rapidly. Last year, there were about 52,700 participants from 3,200 universities worldwide. And this is a 22nd time that the Asian Regional Contest has been held in Japan. We had the largest number of teams participated ever in the Japanese preliminary contest. 495 teams from 52 universities competed. The achievement of the contest are now just the increase of the participant teams number, but also the remarkable outcome. In April this year, at the World Finals held in Portugal, the University of Tokyo was the third place and won the gold medal in Asian region. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the people who helped make this such a wonderful event. Without those helps, this event never had come to fruition. First, I would like to thank the Director of the Regional Contest, Professor Shingo Takada of Keio University, for realizing this tremendous event. My appreciation also goes to steering committee members, all student volunteers, ICPC secretaries, and Japanese alumni group. Without all your support, participants may not have been able to program at at the best of their abilities. I would also like to thank the chair Takanori Maehara, along with all other judges who made such all decisions would be fair. This is not easy task, and I really commend them. Without their hard work resulting appropriate set of problems, this contest would not have been success. I would further like to thank for the following 20 Japanese industrial sponsors: Research Inc., Preferred Networks Inc., Huawei Technologies Japan KK, NEC Corporation, Google Japan GK, Light Transport Entertainment Inc., Tata Consultancy Services Japan Limited, Akatsuki Incorporation, DNA Company Limited, E-Seikatsu Company Limited, Fixed Stars Corporation, Free KK, IBM Japan Limited, Club Incorporation, Legal Force Incorporation, Line Corporation, NTT Communications Corporation, OP Incorporation, On Semiconductor, Little River Incorporation. Especially, I would like to thank NTT Communications for providing the network environment of this contest, which was critical to this contest. And the same as every year, we have many sponsors, companies here in this hall, around there and here. I'd like to express my gratitude to all of you. Please applaud them. I would also like to thank the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, the Ministry of International Affairs and Communication, and all other entities that supported this event. Last but not least, I'd like to thank each and every one of you presented here in this event. This event would never have been such a success. I hope everyone had a great time here. And I really hope the team that goes to the World Finals will become World Champions. Although this event is about to end in a while, I hope you get to know each other in this opportunity and have a great time till the end. Thank you very much all, and thank everyone. Thank you.
Now, as he mentioned, there are many sponsors of this event. And among those sponsors, I'd like to ask each of the Diamond, Platinum, and Gold sponsors to give a short speech. First is Koji Liu, engineer from Preferred Networks.
Hi, I'm Koji from Preferred Networks, a machine learning-based venture company in Japan. So first, congratulations on participating in this contest and your efforts so far. I guess you're all exhausted during the contest, so our point is simple. So please visit our venue and let's have a chat. I think we will welcome you as Preferred Networks employees or just ex-ICPC participants. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Shinpei Tomisato from Recruitment Marketing Group Manager, BizReach Incorporated.
Hi everyone, I'm Tomisato from BizReach. I'm very honored to be able to support your challenge in this programming contest. At Village, currently has more than 300 engineers and designers creating service powered by technological innovation to solve the social issue related to the structural change in society. I think that the teamwork and concentration and technical skill that you have demonstrated in this contest will surely show the great power in the business world. If you want to use the advanced skill to solve the social issue in Japan, let's talk to us at the party from this ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next is Masatsugu Oya, Cybersecurity Strategy Division, NEC Corporation.
Hello everyone, I'm Oya from NEC Corporation. First of all, congratulations to everyone for great work today. I was so impressed by your great skills, enthusiasm, and deep concentration. In today's society, the ability to design algorithms for solving complex problems and implement them into the code is extremely important. That is, you have infinite future possibilities. I expect you to become global leaders in information technology field. So please keep cultivating your skills with your great friend. NEC and I personally support you. I'm looking forward to your future success. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next is Naoya Iwamoto, Senior Engineer, Huawei Technologies Japan KK.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Naoya Iwamoto. I'm from the Huawei. I'm the senior researcher, senior engineer maybe. And yeah, you look very tired. Yeah, thank you for listening. My talk is a little bit long, so please keep up my listening to my talk. So I'm developing the AR technology. I'm computer graphics technology for the future AR application. So during when I waiting for this time, I remember when I was 20 years old. So when I joined this Yokohama regional contest, I also participated in the ICPC contest several years ago, and I started my programming life with ICPC and solved lots of problems to proceed this regional contest. Yeah, and I'd like to say ICPC experience from the base of my programming skill, not only programming language, but also logical thinking, corner case handling, trade-off between runtime and implementation costs, and code review for debugging and learning, and so on. Yeah, I think these skills are kind of meta skills. So even if you don't choose IT area on your career, it will be help you. And more important things to me are experience and community. For example, talking about problems just after contest finishes. We're participating in a competitive programming camp, and this kind of experience is yeah, this kind of experience will be a diamond of your youth and make friends you can talk with about topics besides programming as well. So you may now feel happy or regret for your result. But I believe these your ICPC days would be shining memories that you can remember in your China future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And remember, you can talk, meet, and greet with these sponsors as well as the other 14 sponsors at the closing party later this evening. And now, the moment you have been waiting for, the results and awards. Klaus Ananya from University of Tsukuba.
Hello everyone, and are you ready to know who won the Yokohama Regional 2019? We had quite a lot of missing submissions and a lot of very small differences on the penalties. So we're going to see some changes in these standings. All right, so starting from the bottom, in 65th place, Hosei University has one problem open, and it's a no. Okay, Sophia University with one problem, it's a no. And then Toyohashi Institute of Technology, no. Chicks Shizuoka Institute of Science and Technology, that's also a no. And then three no problems left. And then Aichi Institute of Technology, that's a no. Yatazen Nara Institute of Technology, no problems left. Nagoya Institute of Technology, no. And then Light Blue Stock Institute of Technology, and that's a no. No. All right, Dunn State University, no. And then Richmond University, that's a very hard problem. Let's say yes. Keio University got a no. Nagoya University got no problems left. And Shokubo team got a yes and go up. University has a no. And then Tokyo University of Science has two problems. Problem E is a no, and problem H is a no. So that's all for two problems teams. For three problem teams, we have Ritsumeikan University with no problems left, and Keio University, no problems left. Kobe University, 48. 47, Chuyo University, National Institute of Technology, and then Atari's with 4 problems left. C is a no. Yes! No problems left. Tokyo University of Agriculture, no. So deep learning, no problems left. The University of Yamanashi gets a no. And then Nia University has 2 problems left. E is a no, and G is a yes. University in Korea got a no, and then Evolution, NNT got no problems left. Tokyo Institute of Technology got a no, and then Integrated Content University, no problems left. And from Korea, we got problem E is a no, problem G is a yes. University of Aizu is a no. And then Tabu from Shizuoka University got a no, and then a G is a no. So Big Crunch got a no, and then Saitama University got a yes. Now NCTU problem H is a yes. Kyushu University got a no, and then Sleeping Dragon Kyoto University got a no. That brings us to the universities with 4 problems left. In 32nd place, we got Atari's again with 2 more problems left. G is a no, and K is a no. So that's 40. So Home Carries Retired Croco is a no. Unlimited no problems left. Seika on the Border, no problems left. Satanicho, no problems left. NCTU Poshin, no problems left. And then Minus University with 2 problems left. The G is a yes. 14 has 4 problems. And that's 4 problems for that. Sushi, University of Electric Communications has problem E, it's a no. Tojimu, it's 4 problems. And El Dorado with 4 problems. Tokyo Institute of Technology has 2 problems left. And problem E is a no. Problem I is a no. Trumpet, Osaka University, problem I with 6 tries, got no. So Lesages Keio University has 5 tries on problem G,
and that's a no. So that brings us to the top 20 with Venus to Santra and 1 problem left and 5 problems. It's a no. So Tokyo Institute of Technology has 2 problems left. Problem G is a yes. Charleston has 5 problems left, and Pico Pico Pond has 1 problem left, and that's a yes. Tiger Sonnet, Kyoto University has problem C is a no, problem I is a no. Iowa, the dropout from Tohoku University, got a no. And then Katsatmat from the University of Tokyo got a no. Now we go to the universities with 6 problems left. Tokyo Institute of Technology, problem J, it's a no. Aerial Ace, Shanghai Jiangtong University has D and I. Problem D is a no. Problem I is a yes. So Solar Sol, National Institute of Technology, got a no. And then 12th place we got National Taiwan University, and then Waseda University, and then Tokyo University, and now Ukinicha from the University of Aizu has 1 problem, problem I, and that's a yes. And the National University of Singapore is 9th place with problem D left, and that's a no. Now, Early Bird from Kyoto University has problem C left, and that's a no. 7th place we got Hello World from Kyoto University, and that's a no. So now we're to the top 6. 6th place, Aero Ace, Shanghai Jiangtong University. 5th place, Snook, University of Tsukuba. 4th place, Kinicha from University of Aizu. And that brings us to the 3rd place, Play Energy, the Chinese University of Hong Kong. And I would like to call Play Energy to have received the bronze medals for the 3rd place. So there we go.
ICPC Yokohama regional contest. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Do you have any words about the contest?
Great.
Really great.
Very great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that's the 3rd place bronze medal for the Japan Yokohama Regionals, ICPC Regionals, Play Energy, the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Now we have God and his 2 men from Peking University with 2 problems left, and UTAKAIS from the University of Tokyo with 1 problem left. And we're gonna see who is the 2nd place and who is the 1st place. So now, University of Tokyo with 600 minutes in penalty and 1 submission for problem J. And that's a no. Which means that for the 1st place, we got God and his 2 men, but before that, let's call the University of Tokyo to receive the silver medal for 2nd place.